Welcome back to Yak. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm so sorry that I missed my Monday upload, and that kind of brings us to the topic of today's video, the best laid plans. So I have been working on this video I was really excited for called The Bitter Truth, and I was going to dive into how bitter foods affect what we eat and whether or not they can cut craving cues. So I didn't want to just be another person out there in the internet void and just say that bitter foods can cut our cravings. I really wanted to dive into the science and do some research and see what kind of studies and research has been done in this area. And to my surprise, I didn't quite find what I was looking for, and it was really frustrating. So I had this really great plan for this really great video, and then it took a total turn. So what do I do? What did I do? Well, I decided to put the episode on the shelf and just put it on hold for now, because that's kind of all I can do. And I really have to reassess with what I did learn about taste receptors, bitter taste, digestion, and how bitter foods can impact us, that I'm just going to have to rework what the content of the video is in terms of presenting it from the scientific aspect. And that's all right too, but it was a huge disappointment and really throw a wrench in my groove, as it were, because I was so excited to, give some advice based on anecdotal observation, but give the science behind it. And again, I just didn't quite find what I was looking for, so I didn't really feel comfortable stating it as more like a fact from a science point than purely what it is for me, which is observations and anecdotal from my own personal experiences. But we'll cover that later. I'm still going to do the video, but again, I'll just have to change the angle of what the content in terms of bitter foods in our body is, and kind of what the experience was, what I learned. I learned a lot about taste receptors and things like that. So definitely here we have, I had these laid plans, didn't quite work out, something I expected happened. Then what do? Well, I had to change kind of how I was going to go about it, because it didn't really go the way I thought it would. And this really kind of ties into my other video, Adaptation is the Spice of Life, right? So today we're really going to narrow down if you've made a fitness or a health plan and it just feels like these wrenches keep getting thrown into them. I'm talking big wrenches, like you're going to set a stable gym routine and say you've been successful at that for about 3 weeks, but maybe you have a full-time job where the work hours change, or there's another demand on your time that forces you to have to sacrifice some of the time you've set aside for yourself. It can really impact us emotionally when we're just trying to get traction, just trying to get some success somewhere that's very meaningful for us. And sometimes it's kind of hard to get back up, assess the situation, figure out, can we salvage some of this plan, or do we just need to start over? It really depends on the situation. So really, is the support community side of this channel, I just want to say, yeah, you can get back up, you can assess, you can rework the plan or create a new plan. It's hard work. It is very frustrating. Sometimes it just makes you want to head for the covers and, just hide your head and not come back out. And I get that. I really do. It's definitely a feeling, and it's okay to lean into it for a little bit, but you're worth it. You're worth the effort. You are worth looking at your situation, what your goals are, what plan you'd put into action to get to that goal, and how you can still meet that goal. All is not lost, I promise you. And sometimes it's even just a gift, a silver lining, if you will, when things don't quite work out the way we expected them to. Like I said about my video for The Bitter Truth, while I didn't find the research I was expecting, I found so much more. I learned, again, quite a few things about our taste receptors and how our bodies react to bitter tastes in foods that I didn't previously know. And that was kind of fulfilling and exciting to learn something new. So I'm still getting a video at it. just going to take some time. And that's all right. So to summarize, I guess, if you have the best laid plans and they fall through, and I'm not just talking a little obstacle, a really big fall through, it's okay. I support you. Take a deep breath. When you're ready, because we're probably going to feel some disappointment, it's okay to just set it aside for a bit. Take a day, a couple of days, and then come back to it and say, okay, this is what unexpectedly went wrong. Can I salvage this, or do I have to rework it? How am I going to do that? And then put in that new plan into place and just go from there. Success is waiting for you. Sometimes we just have to take a couple tries at it, and sometimes we get knocked down, but the only way to keep going is to get up and get moving. It's hard, but I'm here for you, okay? I'm really here for you. Comment below maybe some of your best laid plans and things didn't quite work out, where you are now, if there was an unintended gift, if you will, in that plan falling through. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. We really want to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can get our community tab. Our community tab will allow us to communicate in another way, just kind of make little posts with one another outside of the video content. It's just another way for me to support you, connect with you, and so we can take these challenges and help each other move forward. Okay? So remember, make good choices, take care of yourself, because you're worth it. Okay?